This video is for 5.4 Supply Chain Management Model Assessment for Operations Management.
Model is that I know that we're always looking at our supply chain, not only to find the best product for the best price, but to make sure that it's in here timely. Their hospitals are very complex when it comes to supplies, and we've got physicians and that are surgeons and proceduralists who want certain equipment and certain supplies in order for them to do their work. And some of those can get very, very expensive. We are also challenged to try to make sure that we're using those supplies appropriately, that they're not expiring, that we're not having to discard them. A lot of our vendors will have a agreement that if we are getting close to expiring a certain supply, then they will change it out for us, and they'll take that to another high-use area that can use it before it does expire. Supplies are a necessity at the bedside, and so if you tend to run out of something, even if it's Band-Aids or alcohol wipes, it tends to be a big deal when you don't have it. So we work very closely with our central supply department to make sure that we have the supplies that we need. They come up and they check our supply storage areas. We have put in automated dispensing cabinets in the last few years that will record when you take out a product. It records it, and then it's all done by computer. Central Supply can get into the computer and they can see what kind of things that we're missing or are low on, and then they'll come up and restock those par levels. So there's also recalls sometimes on products, and so we have a system that if there is a recall, that we know about it, and we have a process to try to get that recall out and to find out where we have the supplies and the items, and then to collect them all and either secure them or to return them to the vendor and replace those supplies. So, and it seems like with our supply chain, we're with 5 other hospitals, so we have more purchasing power, I guess you could say, and so when you purchase in larger quantities, you get sometimes a price reduction. So our supply chain management works very hard to make sure that we're getting the best dollar for the supplies that we purchase. And there's not, I guess, when you think about supply chain, it's not just the durable medical equipment or the Band-Aids and the alcohol wipes and all of that, but it's also pharmaceutical products. It's also equipment. So think about all of that. And that's another huge layer, especially with pharmaceutical supplies, to inventory and to keep stock. And there's been a lot of recalls and shortages within the country for pharmaceuticals right now. So we're challenged to try to make sure we have the appropriate medications for the appropriate symptoms and what the physician's going to order. And sometimes we have to borrow amongst each other or come up with other creative ways when you have a vendor who's not able to supply or procure that medication. You wouldn't think that would happen in this day and age, but it is happening. Yes, it is happening.
And is that it?
That's all.